Tomb of Nebamun, 18th Dynasty. The Lost Tomb of Nebamun was an ancient Egyptian tomb from the 18th dynasty in the Theban Necropolis on the west bank of the Nile at Thebes, present-day Luxor, in Egypt. The tomb was the source of a number of famous decorated tomb scenes. The tomb's location was not revealed at the time of its discovery to maintain secrecy during a period of competition between excavators and was since lost. Stylistically, the magnificent wall paintings can be dated to either the final years of the reign of Amenhotep III, 1390 to 1352 BCE, or the early years of his successor. How the tomb chapel was built and used. Nebamun's tomb chapel was cut into the desert hills opposite the city of Thebes, modern Luxor and Karnak. Workmen would have cut the tomb out of the rock using flint tools and copper alloy chisels. The walls and ceilings of the tomb were then covered in a layer of mud plaster, followed by a layer of white plaster. This provided a smooth surface for painting. Nebamun, who lived around 1350 BCE, was a middle-ranking official scribe and grain counter at the temple complex in Thebes. His tomb was discovered around 1820. Nebamun himself was buried beneath the floor of the innermost room of the tomb chapel in a hidden burial chamber. The beautiful paintings, which decorated the wall, showed how Nebamun wanted his life to be remembered and what he wanted in his life after death. The tomb's plastered walls were richly and skillfully decorated with lively fresco paintings, depicting idealized views of Nebamun's life and activities. The best known of the tomb's paintings include Nebamun fowl hunting in the marshes, dancing girls at a banquet, and a pond in a garden. Workmen would have cut the tomb out of the rock using flint tools and copper alloy chisels. The walls and ceilings of the tomb were then covered in a layer of mud plaster, followed by a layer of white plaster. This provided a smooth surface for painting. The tomb chapel probably contained three sections: an outer chamber, an inner chamber, and an underground burial chamber, which was sealed once Nebamun and his wife had been buried. Outside the tomb chapel, a courtyard was cut into the hillside. The walls of the chapel facade were decorated with rows of pottery cones stamped with the names and titles of the owner. Was Nebamun a pharaoh? He was a middle-ranking official scribe and grain accountant during the period of the New Kingdom in ancient Egypt. He worked at the vast temple complex near Thebes, now Luxor, where the state god Amun was worshipped.